A couple of days ago, we had Season 6 officially revealed, and a lot of what is coming throughout the next season ended up being showcased. We had multiplayer maps, the brand new Zombies map and features, Warzone map changes, weaponry, operators, all that kind of stuff was detailed. But by talking about all of that, we didn't really get to focus too much on the micro, the things going a little deeper and talking about individual specifics. Today, I want to take some time to talk about the weapons you can see here and expect within Season 5, what's coming at launch, what's coming in season, when you can expect them, and everything like that. So today, as we go along, let me know your thoughts down below. What weapon are you looking forward to the most here in Season 5? Or is there anything that you hope squeaks its way in as maybe a surprise that you'd like to see within Season 6? Feel free to drop your thoughts down below, but if you enjoy the video, make sure you drop a like down below. Let's aim for 1,000 likes on this. And of course, if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. With Season 6 coming up and Vanguard's launch coming shortly thereafter, it's going to be a crazy busy next couple of months. So stick it here on the channel if you guys want to stay to with all of that. And finally, my friends over at Gamer Advantage recently restocked on their incredible Horizon frames. Link in the description below if you guys want to check that out, but more on them in a bit. Let's jump into the discussion at hand about weapons though. So on Thursday when we got that trailer, that blog post, that roadmap, all those things detailing the coming content for Season 6, it was kind of a pleasant surprise to see that right out of the gate, we knew about more weapons than what we saw in Season 4's roadmap. We only saw 4 weapons, but this time we have 5 here detailed, and in the roadmap and in that blog, we see that throughout the season, we'll have 5 weapons, 1 rifle, 1 shotgun, 1 SMG, and 2 melees coming. Quantity-wise, not our best offering, but certainly not our worst. To start off Season 6, though, we'll have access to 3 of those right away here, in which we have 2 of those in the Battle Pass, and then 1 of which as a weapon challenge. Now, as for the Battle Pass, we start out with the 410 Ironhide. This is described as a lever-action shotgun, and it boasts high damage at close range, with an improved fire rate and reliable 2-shot kill range, but also having a short 1-shot kill range. This, being a lever action, is definitely something that'll be interesting to play around with, but in terms of practicality, time to kill, and things like that, I'm kind of assuming this is going to be somewhere in between the Howler and the Gallo, because it does have that 1-shot potential, but usually you'll end up seeing with things like the Howler, it's an armor crack in Warzone and a down with the 2nd shot. And for Cold War's sake, it could work the same, but again, you might have a little bit more power on the Howler as opposed to what we see with this 410 Ironhide. Shotguns are always an interesting one to me because they are a sort of fine balance that you got to try and find here at this, so it'll be interesting to see how this plays across the board for both traditional MP and also Warzone. Personally, I'm not much of a shotgun fan when it comes to this stuff, so I may end up sitting this one out for a bit, or at the very least, focus on the Grav first and foremost while ranking up weapons and progressing through Season 6's initial offering. But the Ironhide is available at Tier 15 of the Battle Pass for free as always, so you don't need to buy into the pass at all if you don't want to. You'll get there simply just based off your playtime throughout the season. Nothing has to be put in for it. Then, the second weapon that we see in the Battle Pass of the Grav, this one, admittedly, I'm pretty excited for to see how it plays in Cold War and in Warzone. If you played Black Ops 4, Black Ops 3, kind of in Black Ops 2 because it was in the campaign and in Zombies, and then Black Ops 1, you're probably familiar with the Grav because it's the reincarnation of the Galil. Personally, it's always been a favorite weapon of mine, but not being able to play it much the last couple of years because it was either locked away in supply drops like in Black Ops 3, or it was Blackout and Zombie specific for the majority of Black Ops 4's main year, though credit where credit is due, it was given for free to everyone in the multiplayer community as a part of a 15 million matches community challenge in June of 2019, but the Grav is here returning with this again for free at Tier 31 of the Battle Pass for Season 6. Described as a full auto rifle coming with a fast fire rate and improved range, it states that it also has the fastest bullet velocity in class with a modest damage and moderate recoil. That to me has me interested because we're likely to see this traded off in maybe say the ways of fire rate, but maybe a little bit of handling also. But the fastest bullet velocity is what has me interested for sure, because when you get down to long ranges like in say games of Warzone, you're gonna notice that faster bullet velocity, and that's gonna help you beam at a distance. My immediate thinking is this may be comparable to the Farah in terms of fire rate, maybe a tad less damage, but with a faster bullet velocity and perhaps similar recoil. Those trade-offs may seem minimal, but we could absolutely have a decent rifle on our hands here when we get down to kitting this out fully once it's fully ranked up. Now, of course, it's too early to tell, but will certainly be interesting, and I'm all for that. Now, the third and final weapon here, independent of the Battle Pass, is coming at launch as well for the season of the Battle Axe. As with the Kane last season, we're going to be seeing this introduced right out of the gate, it seems like, though admittedly, in my mind, it's not really anything special. I haven't taken the time to unlock, truthfully, any of the melees because they're not my jam. They're all functionally the same thing. They are sort of just reskins available here at this, but it should be coming along via weapon challenge, and as well, if I were to to guess, via the shop first thing also, with a blueprint likely coming at the season's launch for those that want to forego that weapon challenge and just jump right into using it. Now, in season though, that's where things get a little bit interesting because we do have 2 other weapons. We have an SMG and another melee weapon. As we'll talk about in just a second after we describe these here, the timing is what's really the interesting part about all of this. The Lapa is coming here at this, in which it's a fully automatic submachine gun. It's a lightweight prototype with reliable damage and good firing control, with improved handling and range, but a slower rate of fire. And based off this description, I'm kind of getting a mixed bag of feelings here for this, where it's going to have some trade-offs with that handling and perhaps in that slower fire rate. It may just come down to how you feel with the weapon. But I'm kind of imagining this being similar to like a MAC 10 or PPSH with that handling, good handling properties, but at the same time then maybe the fire rate like the Milano, where it's a bit slower and may not be your best choice up close because you can't shred through enemies as quickly. But it will be something where you have to be a bit more methodical with your shot placement, your target selection, but you can absolutely still get the job done and zoom around the map while doing it. Now, the hammer and sickle, that's another melee weapon here. Again, nothing too special, though a follower of mine, Jesse, had an interesting theory that this definitely could be cool if it works out like this, where it could tie in with the sort of numbers event here in the broadcast stations we've seen, and with these newly coming World War II bunkers and presumably flashbacks and all, what if it ended up relating to Reznov coming back in some form? Definitely would be interesting to see here because apparently there is more content coming in the tail end of the season, in the Season 6 Reloaded, that was not at all detailed here for the initial Season 6 roadmap. But again, timing, that's where it gets weird because it's 3 up front and the 2 others in season, that's a mystery. One thing though to consider when we talk about timing is the launch of this season. October 6th into the 7th. Less than a month after that launch, we end up seeing that Call of Duty Vanguard is shipping globally and will be available for everybody to play. So we got a lot of stuff here ramping up and fast. And while it's not confirmed, it is rumored that the day before launch, November 4th, is when we'll see Season 6 Reloaded. Now, I'm all for dropping content in mid-season updates, but I do have to wonder how much will actually happen given that that's going to be a marketing disaster to push people to a new map, a new mode, a new weapon, whatever it may be within Warzone and Black Ops Cold War, and then immediately the next day after, a whole new game you want to push to players. I'm partially wondering, though, if we see things on the larger side of things like the Lapa introduced in a little over 2 weeks, at the sort of week 2 marker here of the season perhaps, to avoid maybe any of that conflict, allow players to get those bigger ticket items up front, and then the rest kind of fills in as background noise. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that, but also might not be the best case scenario for those that don't want to move on to Vanguard just yet. But anyways, that's the weapons here up on deck for Season 6 and the final season of Black Ops Cold War and that saga in Warzone. I'm certainly interested to see where this goes, but before we wrap it up, I want to let you guys know about my friends over at Gamer Advantage real quickly once again, who just restocked on their previously super limited edition Horizon frames. Truth be told, they may be selling out here fast. They were going like crazy on Friday and yesterday, Saturday. So if you guys are at all interested in checking them out, head on over to the link in the description below. Those Horizon frames, I think they're the best that they have in terms of comfort, lightweight, minimally invasive. And if you're somebody like me that wears over-the-ear headphones, they don't hurt your head at all while having them on for hours on end. So if you're at your desk, gaming, or even just on your phone for prolonged periods of time during the day and want to protect your eyes from the effect of blue light, head on over to the link in the description below. If you pick anything up, use code ESPRESSO to get yourself 10% off. It'll save you a bit of money. But anyways, that's where we're gonna wrap the video up. Just want to talk about the weapons here because we kind of had to breeze through them on Thursday when we talked about the entire seasonal offering. So I wanted to go a little bit more in depth with it, but let me know your thoughts down below. What weapon are you guys looking forward to the most? Personally, for me, I'm looking forward to the Grav, man. I love the Galil in the past, so super stoked to get my hands on this one here again, but let me know how you feel down there in the comments. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like down below, and of course, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Warzone, Vanguard, and anything COD related. It's going to be a busy next month and a half to 2 months, so make sure you stick it here on the channel so you don't miss a single thing. If you guys also want to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram, those are the best places to chat with me outside of YouTube. I practically live on both those. If you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever the case may be, that link's down there in the description below. That said, thanks so much for watching. My name is ESPRESSO. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.